BookTube, it's Louise the Big Head Bookworm. Hope you're well, hope you're having a good day. We've got a lovely sunny autumn day here. There's a little bit of a chill in the air, but it's lovely and sunny, enough that you have to wear sunglasses. Oh, yes, it's like the summer is still here, but just a little bit. I am here with a little book haul, but it's a book haul with a difference. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I have a special fondness for books of the crime type. Yes, I like crime books, I like thrillers, I like mysteries, I like all different types of crime books. I like old ones, I like new ones, and so recently, over the last I'd say 3-4 months, I have slowly but surely been picking them up in various charity shops or thrift shops or cheap in a supermarket or in book discount shops. I don't think I haven't paid full price for any of these. I've just been picking them up when I've seen them, and I've collected them all together to show you today. So if you're not into crime books, might not be the video for you, but you might see something. There might be a little glimmer of something there for you. Never mind, let me show you the books that I've got that I am super thrilled with. The first one is Dorothy L Sayers, The Unpleasantness at the Bologna Club. Oh, it's a Lord Peter Wimsey mystery. It's set in the 1920s. It goes from London to Paris. It's all upper class. It's upper crust. It's just glorious. So I love me a bit of Dorothy L Sayers, and I love the 1920s and 30s period books, and the fact that they are written in that period makes it just so much special. I actually have Gaudy Knights in this same jacket design, so happy to put that with me. If you've been watching my channel recently, you'll have heard me talk about Patricia Wentworth. Well, I've been getting them as I see them. I picked this one up for 50p, 50 pence. So cheap. Patricia Wentworth's The Silent Pool. There she is. Just caught her. She just put on her lipstick. She looks marvellous. So there we go. So that's set in the 1930s, I believe. And then I picked up this one, Patricia Wentworth, a Miss Silver mystery called Latter End. This is a different jacket design. Again, this is 1950s. The jacket design is late 1990s. I still really like it. It's a shame it doesn't go with my others, but I'll get over it somehow. Between you and me, doesn't really bother me. So there's my two Miss Silver mysteries. Another period one is Josephine Tay, The Singing Sands. Now, I read all of these when they first came out in these jacket designs. I think these are like late 1990s, early 2000s, these jacket designs. Actually, no, it's later than that, this one. This one's later than that. I haven't read this one for a long time, The Singing Sands. It is an Inspector Grant. Inspector Grant is her police detective, and this is set in the Outer Hebrides. Oh. This is from 1952. The year she died. She didn't write many books. She wrote about 7 or 8 books. All of them mysteries. There's a really lovely one called The Daughter of Time, which is Inspector Grant, but is he in hospital? I think it's Inspector Grant is in hospital, and he's caught in a mystery from years and years and years ago, and it's about Richard III, whether he did in fact murder the princes in the Tower. So if you're looking for a mystery book that isn't a murder mystery in the someone's killed in front of you type, you wanted just a historical mystery book but set in the 1950s, then Daughter of Time by Josephine Tay I can highly recommend. It's one of my favourite crime mystery books, but this is The Singing Sands, so I shall look forward to reading that. I found this at my mother-in-law's, and I said to her, "Oh, do you mind if I borrow this?" And she said, "No, you can't borrow it, but you can have it." I was like, "Fabulous, thank you very much. That's why you are my favourite mother-in-law," I said to her. She said, "I'm your only mother-in-law." And I said, "Well, yes, at the moment. Don't want to shut that door off forever, do we?" We both looked at the husband and went, "Yeah, okay, we'll keep that going." But at the moment, she's my favourite mother-in-law because she gave me this. It's Caroline Graham's A Ghost in the Machine. This is a Chief Inspector Barnaby novel. Now, if you watch Midsummer Murders on the telebobs, You will be familiar with Chief Inspector Barnaby and Sergeant Troy. The first series was based on Caroline Graham's series of Inspector Barnaby novels, and they're in depth and it's good character analysis and they're really tautly plotted. Obviously, as the later series have gone, they are nothing like that and they're particularly silly. Good Sunday night fodder. But the original Caroline Graham books are really good. And I highly recommend them, all set in the mythical town of Corston. I read them all when they came out, and then for some reason along my time I either borrowed them or gave them away or what have you. So I'm slowly seeing if I can spot them and I'll pick them up again. Now these ones I actually all bought new, but I bought at discount places. Val McDermid, Fever of the Bone. This is a Tony Hill, who is damaged but a brilliant criminal profiler. Excuse me, I just burped there. Tony Hill and DCI Carol Jordan, best known for The Wire in the Blood. So this is one of those, but it did say, and I've actually only read one, which is that one, The Mermaid Singing, which is the first one in the series. But this one says, if you're already a fan, it is a must-read. If you're new to her work, it is a fine introduction. So I thought, oh, excellent. So this is obviously one that I can read and won't involve lots of spoilers. Hurrah. Then I saw this one cheap. I'm not keen on this jacket, but it'll do. Tana French's Faithful Place. Now, Tana French writes the Dublin Murder Squad series, and when I first picked one up for £1, it was the 5th one, and I thought, oh, it'll be fine, and then everything I've read on the interbobs and the interwebs and everything has said, no, you can't, you should read them in order. So I picked up the first one, and this is the 3rd one, I believe. So I've got 1, 3 and 5. So that's not annoying. But I shall look for 2 and 4. That's what I'm looking for now. So I picked this one up. I got it. That was great. The Loney by Andrew Michael Hurley. Saw this cheap, so I thought I'd have a go at it. It's less of a crime, more of a thriller, I think, with this one. But it has that kind of atmospheric, worrying feel. It was big last year, The Loney, because it won the Costa Book Award, and I remember seeing it when it was in hardback before it won the award, and there was a big display of it in the local shop, and I had a good old nosy at it, and I thought, oh yes, but I'm not paying, hardback prices for it, because you never know. And then I saw it then it went big because it won the award, and I saw it cheap as this paperback, so I thought, well, that's good. It's the British Book Awards Book of the Year, so I shall give that a go. So The Loney. If you've read it, say whether you liked it. And is it crime or is it just a chilling mystery? Ooh, a chilling mystery. And then the last 3, I got all of these as a little set. And I have never heard of them. So I am going to not butcher the name. They're Swedish. Obviously they're not written in Swedish. Well, they were originally written in Swedish and then they're translated. And it's Mage... and Per... Ooh. I'm so sorry. They're Swedish names and I can't pronounce them. Anyway, I saw them and I thought, oh, they're Swedish noir. Oh, I like it. Police procedural, but with a touch of the noir. Because Wallander, of course, if you're into Wallander, he's Swedish noir as well. Crime detective. So I thought, and it's the Martin Beck series. And I've read here, Mage and Per were husband and wife. They were both committed Marxists, and between 1965 and 1975 they collaborated on 10 mysteries featuring Martin Beck, including The Terrorists, The Fire Engine That Disappeared and The Locked Room. I don't have those 3. 4 of them have been made into films. Ooh, and reading it, they're all just saying he was inspirational. These books were inspirational for crime, police procedurals, crime books. So I'm really excited. The first great series of police thrillers, and they're just so highly recommended. But I loved this quote. It says, Martin Beck is a man driven to solve puzzles. with a small tragic intuition swimming deep in his mental waters that surfaced suddenly to give a muted howl and then dive down again. New York Times. And I read that and I thought, how awful if you're out and your small tragic intuition comes up and you give a muted howl. Imagine if you were in the supermarket. God, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't you? There you are in the bread aisle, howling. Everybody's looking at you going, I mean, it'd be worse. You could be in the yogurt aisle, but still, that'd be terrible. Poor chap. Mind you could probably howl in our local supermarket and everybody would just and move on. No, nothing would be said. Anyway, there we go. So this is Rosanna, the first one. She's a one, isn't she? There she is. Glamour. So that's Rosanna. And then we have the man who went up in smoke. Fancy brogues. And then we have the man on the balcony. Lots of men involved in these. And look, how cool is this? It spells, they're obviously going to spell Martin on the side. So yes, I've got 1, 2 and 3. I'm really looking forward to those. Apparently they're very inspirational. So there we go. What a selection of crime. I've got noir, I've got maybe thrillers, I've got a police procedural, I've got a bit of sleuths, I've got old ones, I've got new ones. I've got such a good stack. Look at that. So there we go. Happy days. Those are all my crime books that I have collected. Any of those? Oops, they're falling. Any of those really tickle your fancy? It's been lovely, BookTube. Thank you very much. Let's do this again, I say. Thank you. Bye-bye.